Alrighty, welcome back, folks. I haven't made a decision to do a schedule yet, but I will get back to it as soon as I can. I actually have an idea now. Now that I've had the chance to take it easy ever since I got back yesterday. Today, even though I could have started earlier, I decided to rest, and I think I'm back into my rhythm now. So for those of you that are not aware, Final Fantasy XIV is an MMO that I actually like to play, even if it does play it safe. But it's an entertaining game, and I give it that. So it's good to be back, and we will do the other games as promised, as before. I've just been getting back into the groove, if you want to call it that. So for those of you that are huge fans of Final Fantasy XIV, I'm actually interested with the Shadowbringers story. The way it was presented, it's refreshing, to say the least. And I have made progress in, doing all the side content at my own pace, and it's been pretty fun so far. Anyway, let's not talk too much because I want to see where the rest of the story goes. I don't know how much we'll cover in 2 hours today, and that's going to be our plan. Anyway, it's good to be back. I'm back safe and sound. So we already got the game launched already. I'm not gonna have any background music playing this time. I'm gonna let the game do its thing, and here we go. Again, I know that a lot of people are huge fans of this game to watch this, but I personally like it. Anyway, let's see where the rest of this story is gonna go. Speaking of which, I hope my microphone sounds fine. Speaking of which, I need to quickly fix this thing here. Okay. Okay, just making sure that it's hidden off screen. Just making sure that the microphone is hidden off screen just enough because I accidentally hit it not long ago. Okay, I think I'm okay. Just let me know. It's a bit tricky trying to angle this thing just right, but anyway. So I just got this. I just got this game launched not long ago. I actually want to see where the rest of the story is gonna go. Long story short, I have gotten everything leveled up to 75. I've been doing the duty roulettes as planned, and I've also been doing the society quests as well. I want to get the Realm Reborn stuff done first. It turns out, they made the society quests easier in the expansions. Realm Reborn is really slow, but honestly I don't mind it because it helps me pass some time just to wait for the duty roulettes, especially when you're doing the DPSs. The queues for the DPSs are always long, but I'm glad that I'm only 5 levels away from level 80. Anyway, back to the main plot. We're going back to Norvrant. We just unlocked the level 73 dungeon there. I don't know how soon we're gonna reach level 75 tonight, but I'm already prepared for that. I gotta say, for a 10-plus-year-old game, this game does it pretty well with its art design and art direction. It's amazing. I mean, you do see similar-looking environments and terrain, but it looks just different enough that it's so refreshing to look at something different. And the soundtrack. I don't know how much of these songs I can listen to outside of this game, but when you're playing the game, it immerses you into it. And the fact that this game got a graphical overhaul with Dawn Trail, I wonder how much of this old content was upgraded graphically. But it's safe to say that all the textures have been upgraded. So it does look sharper and look a lot more detailed. So to make a long story short, we had to get the crown from a dungeon because it's one way to progress the story forward. And we gotta get rid of this monster, forgot the name, but that's what's causing this everlasting light. There should be nighttime, but nope, it's everlasting light. So Orange is helping us move the plot forward. Here we go. With our enemies fast approaching, time is of the essence. We must needs accomplish our mission with all possible haste. Hey, Mongo! It's been a while since I've seen you, Mongo. It's good to see you again. The ground cover got updated, but for the most part it looks similar during Endwalker. The pink here, for example, is more vivid, just because there's more of it. The crystals here always look very pretty, though. Yeah, again, I don't really know how much different this game looks before the graphical upgrade came in, but I'm just glad it did, because it does enhance the great design and the world building that this game got. So yeah, it's good to see you, Mango. Yeah, and so Mango. So if you ever want to play this game with me, Mango, whether you're on console or PC, you're always welcome, because I've been very busy playing this game off screen, and I'm playing in the North America data center here. So let me just continue with this narration here. I'm not leaving the voice off this time, because if there's any main scenario quest cutscenes now, if there's any voiceovers, I want to listen to them. Sometimes you will hear little comments that may not seem much, but it's a lot. It's a lot. Anyway, the two remaining bearers of the relics, the New Mu, are near. We shall seek them out next. Among the Fae folk, they bear the distinction of having abided in these lands since before the flood. They are also the friendliest to men, and have served me faithfully whensoever I have called upon them. Indeed, they are the source of much of the knowledge I have acquired in my time here. The path leadeth past my dwellings. Let us away. Yeah, I've gone through A Realm Reborn, Heaven's Ward, Stormblood, and now Shadowbringers. I've been invested to this. And by the way, Mongo, to show you how much time I put into this game, or anybody else that's watching right now, I have leveled up everything. I've been doing the duty roulettes as much as I could. It takes me at least 2 hours to do them. I level up everything because it's nice. Also, I don't know if you play Blue Mage, Mango, but you got to do those carnivals, which are basically boss battles. You go from number 1 to 30, then 31, and then there's 32. Oh, Mango, let this sink in. Thank you. Let this sink in, Mango. All of this, and I'm only 1,200 hours into this game. 1,200 hours. I'm not AFKing. I don't try not to AFK, but this is how much I put in time to this game. 1,200 hours. That's how much time I put into this game so far. Not only, Mongo, I've leveled everything up here, but also Disciples of the Hand and Disciples of the Land. I already got them to level 80. I try to have these 10 levels ahead because there are some skills that are really useful. Oh yeah. This game is very generous on leveling things up. Very, very generous. Yeah, I've been very, very busy. And I also got my gear upgraded to level 74. The plan here, Mongo, is I'm gonna have to level up everything to level 80. Then we're gonna go through the rest of the expansion without any interruption. Oh yeah. Also, these timers, Mango, it's been very useful. I've actually been doing these Allied Society quests whenever possible, because they actually help me kill time while I'm doing the duty roulettes. Also, this Daman Enclave construction effort. I've been doing that also ever since. Oh, speaking of Wondrous Tales, Mango, I did not use that earlier in the game, so I completely did not realize how useful it is. Yeah, I need to discard that. I don't need it. Yeah, I've been very, very busy, and I've been enjoying this. Yeah, when it comes to Society Quest, A Realm Reborn is really slow compared to the future expansions, but I've been basically doing all of them as much as I can. I do 3 of them each day, and so far I've gotten to level 2 and 3. I already finished Exile already. I don't have to wear that glove anymore. Yeah, for Exile, you have to wear that glove every time you craft and gather stuff, but I'm glad that's finished. It was nice to see the Exiles get the little balloon into the air. It was really nice. Oh, yeah, even though this MMO does play it safe, Mango, I do appreciate its entertainment value, and it does respect our free time. I do not like it when a game requires you to treat it like a third job or a second job or whatever. I don't like that. And speaking of Wondrous Tales, I did not use that early in the game. Yeah, I've been trying to make sure that I use the second chance whenever possible. And yes, I do treat Wondrous Tales like like additional duty roulette here because of the additional XP you get. But yeah. Speaking of which, I also already unlocked Faceware. Speaking of which, Mongo, do you happen to know where you can get eyeglasses in the game that are similar to this? I tried to Google and look it up, but it's not that simple. It's not very clear where you can get them. But basically, Mongo, if you know where to get these eyeglasses in the game that look similar to this, let me know. Because I finally got some Faceware already. Goldsmith has a set? How do you get them? Because I tried to look it up, but it's not very clear where you get them. I know you can get them in the Gold Saucer. I finally got one set of Faceware from the Gold Saucer just to get it unlocked. So I've been trying to find out where you can get a Faceware that looks similar to the one I'm wearing right now. Because I want to complete the look. Yeah, so, yeah, Mongo, I do appreciate the fact they finally updated this game that you don't have to put glamour over your headwear. Before, you had to put glamour over your head, right? But now it's a completely separate slot. That is so nice. So you can carry it over to your other jobs. That is so nice. It's from the Masterwork books? I have to look that up. Unless you happen to know, because I've been very, very busy. I've been enjoying this game. Yeah, I don't know what this game is like in Dawn Trail, but I have a feeling what's gonna happen on Endwalker, so please don't spoil me. I like to complete my look for my character here, for my glasses. So Masterwork books. I'll try to remember that. Okay, RNJ. Pass yonder cliff, Liet Pla Ini, home of the New Moo. The others have gone ahead to scout the way. Come, let us follow. I've already explored this entire place already. Yeah, I've been trying my best to keep up with everything. And, by the way, Mongo, were you around when the Firmament was in its quote-unquote peak? Yeah, that Firmament thing was like the rebuilding of Heaven's Ward, you know, the foundation. Apparently, it was a group effort for the entire game community to do that. Yeah, so I had to do a lot of quests just to get caught up to speed. So if you were part of that effort, all those quests would have unlocked slowly over time, I imagine. So that took a while. I didn't realize that had to be done, but I got it all done now. Yeah, that's what I figured, Mango. And when it came to Stormblood, they have this Dome and Enclave reconstruction effort, except that this is done individually. So this depends on how much you want to contribute to it. So it's not like the Firmament where it's like a global effort. So it's nice. I've also done all the custom deliveries too, Mango. I did not do all the permanent side quests yet, so I finally unlocked Charlemagne and L2. So I finally can do those just to get easy XP. Oh yeah. And honestly, Mango, I came in at the right time. This game has gone through a lot of improvements. And speaking of the Masked Carnival, have you done the Masked Carnivals, Mango? I sort of cheated. I looked up the guides how to do them, but you still have to do the carnivals yourself and beat the bosses. I managed to beat every single one from number 1 to 31. At least 2 or 3 of those Masked Carnival bosses were annoying, to say the least. One in particular, I forgot which one, but it took me 2 or 3 hours straight just to beat it. It kind of reminds me of Elden Ring, but at least this game is more tolerable. Yeah, and some of the spells you have to go to certain dungeons or trials because they will help you. And it can be a bit annoying because if you do it unsynced, it's not a complete guarantee you'll get it. So, yeah. But at least it's nice to do something different so it's not entirely repetitive. Alright, let's continue with Orianjay here. Ooh, do we get voiceovers? No voiceovers. I assure you, I have voice at the highest level, but it's a little disappointing. Sometimes you can tell there's going to be voiceovers because the game does different camera work than it normally does. But yeah, Mango, I'm very glad that people went through the hard work on Blue Mage. I had to Google it, but I still had to get the spells, which can be a bit of a pain in the ass. But at least I was able to get caught up to speed. That's the best part, so at least I can share my knowledge to other people on the fly. If the path striketh thee is precipitous, it's because it was once a mountain trail. For where the lake now layeth, there was a valley, in whose midst thrived the city of Wobert. 'Twas only when the flood came, in the wake of the flood, that the settlement was drowned. We stand now upon its former outskirts, grazing lands where shepherds once tended their flocks. Though one cannot help but feel a pang of loss when faced with such a spectacle, one can scarcely blame the Fae folk for so altering the land. The blame for that lieth rightly with the light, a force terrible enough to bring an entire civilization to its knees, an entire world that it should have been allowed to rise up unchecked is the greater regret. Yet, in spite of all the tragedy which surrounded me, full glad am I for the chance to be here. 'Twas these hands which brought together the warriors of darkness and Minfilia, lest thou forget. Therefore, even were there no 8 Umbral calamity to forestall, it seemeth only right that I strive to deliver the first from its doom. Only right, I say, though such words ill convey the strength of my resolve. In truth, I can no more ignore the plight of this world than I can choose to stop breathing, and thus do I labor for those we have lost, for those we can yet save. The coming struggle promiseth to test us to our limits, but so long as we stand together, I doubt not but that we shall prevail. Aha, mortals, just as we thought. Oh, the pixies are back. Okay. Hast thou business with us? Business? Ha! Nothing is so boring. We smelled you coming and thought we come to play. They do not appear to be pixies of Lilderland. Mine apologies, but we are in some haste. Yep, another day. Oh, in some haste, are you? Then allow me to hasten you on your way. Oh, should I be concerned? Teleportation magic. For a mercy, we were not sent far from our course. Should the pixies find us again, however, they will most assuredly repeat the trick. We have not the time to waste. Let us avail ourselves of an enchantment I have learned. Fey Cloak, 'tis called. A most ingenious magic which rendereth one invisible to Fey folk, albeit briefly. But yeah, Mango, I think I've asked you this question before, but forgive me if I'm repeating this. But yeah, you're always welcome to play this game with me off screen, or on screen if you wish. I'm in the North American Data Center, like I said. I think at some point, I think the people that are making this game will eventually get a chance to have players go from Europe to North America just to visit. They were able to do it to Oceania as a test, so who knows? That'd be very nice. No need to create another account just to play with me. Just have one account. It's really nice. Alright, let's continue. I shall cast the enchantment upon thee. Under its aegis, thou art to make thy way past the pixies and rejoin our comrades. Know, however, that the enchantment shall suffice to veil thee and thee alone. Be not tempted to employ a mount, as it will only serve to give thy presence away. And oh. So 1 minute. So I do not have you. Oh yeah, I need to withdraw. Can you withdraw the freaking cloak or no? Yeah, I have to get rid of the... Okay, there we go. Okay, we still got it. 1 minute. Speaking of MSQs, which is the next thing we gotta level up? Oh! Cute. Let's bring out our ninja. Cool. Oh, Nia is here doing some crafting and gathering. Cool. Speaking of which, I forgot to cast my glamour. Yep, I forgot to cast my glamour for this. I'll fix it later. Yeah, I already got my gear for this. I just forgot to change it. Whatever. Oh, here we go. We're going into this society quest. I'm gonna assume this is a society quest. So yeah, I was here before. I explored this thing ahead of time, but yeah. We lost sight of you. Is everything alright? By the way, Mango, I'm jealous. A little jealous, because our main characters so far in this game cannot headpat other MSQ characters. Tankard here can headpat me and feel it, but we can't do it. Come on, game. This not doing it during a cutscene is not the same. Can we at least allow it to do it in a cutscene where all the animations are done? Please. Anyway. But at least the presentation of this game got that. Okay, Tankard. I assumed you were right behind us. What took you so long? Boy, I got a story to tell you. I see. Yes. I'd say that's a valid excuse for lateness. You're hereby forgiven. In other good news, the Numo village lies just through here. We'll enter as soon as Oriange deigns to join us. Again, this looks like a village from the Smurfs, doesn't it? May not be exactly the same, but it has some similarities. Wow. Something new. Mortals! Mortals are here! Lots of them! I thought you said the Numa were men's best friends. The poor thing was beside itself with fear. 'Twas beside itself, perhaps, but not with fear. This is unacceptable. Unacceptable, I tell you! To have so many mortals appear at once. It's more excitement than we can bear. Oh. Greetings, Elder Wid-Ink. Journey. It had been a while. Pray forgive my brevity, but time is against us. We are come to borrow the stone scepter of the Numu. The stone scepter? You mean to lift the seal over Lahigia? That is unacceptable! Unacceptable, I tell you! If the king is set free, none here will be safe. Unlike our Fey cousins, we Numu have called this land our home since time immemorial. Leaving is unthinkable. Thus did full many of us lay down our lives to seal away our king when they were corrupted by light. If we do as you ask, our sacrifice would have been in vain. Just hand over the goddamn staff. You can be a bit of a renegade in this game sometimes. Sometimes. No one will come to harm as long as the Warrior of Light is here. Easily said for one who hasn't experienced the King's wrath. Honored Elder, pray believe me when I say that this man is possessed not only of the strength required to vanquish the King, but of something still more valuable, a means to resist the resultant corruption. Indeed, he hath already laid low the Light Warden of Lakeland. The Light Wardens, that's what we've got to deal with. All without succumbing to the influence of its light. He is yet a stranger to this land, 'tis true, but he harboureth the self-same desire to see the Sin Eaters eliminated as we do. Wilt thou not lend us thy hand, that we might see thy beloved home restored to its former glory? You have always done right by us, Orianjay. If you have placed your faith in this man, then so shall we. As you say, we want nothing more than to be rid of the Sin Eaters. Be that as it may, this is not a decision to be made lightly. We require time to deliberate. A turn of the moon, perhaps. We don't have a turn of the moon, unless we want to debate this with the Ulmuran army. Elder, given all that is at stake, I cannot well expect thee simply to roll over and acquiesce to our request. But even now, a powerful foe draweth near, and I fear I must beseech thee to hasten thy deliberations, that I might fetch us the scepter while there is yet time to use it. Roll over? Fetch? You know full well that naught gives us greater pleasure than to render aid to men. You know full well that you speak the words of power regardless. It's unfair. Unfair, I tell you. In happier times, it was our honor to assist mortals in need and receive rewards befitting our deeds. Since the kingdom of Verborg fell, however, we've been starved of man's patronage. After so many years of deprivation, it is difficult to ignore such an earnest entreaty. Very well, Orianjay. I promise to give you as swift an answer as I may. In return, I ask that you and yours remain here the while, and bestow upon us your patronage. Is this arrangement agreeable? Okay, let's see if we get a cutscene here. By the way, Mango, I was away for like a week or so, as you can imagine. So, I think I already have an idea what the schedule is going to be for the next week or so. But yeah, I've just been trying to figure out what to do next. Also, interestingly, if you explore this area without going to the MSQ, without doing the MSQ, you don't see anybody here. But now you see this whole place filled with people. Isn't that nice? Now we can update the gear set. Simple. Oh, Tanker, what are you doing? Well enough to be served. The question is whether we can provide a fitting reward. Though the Numu may appear placid and amicable, be fairly warned that they live by uncompromising codes. Codes, such as that which saith the payment must precisely befit the service, be it an item or a task. Have care thou givest neither more nor less than what is requested. Okay? Yeah, I don't know if you're still watching, Mango, but I've been doing my best to do other games as well. I thought Dragon Age Veilguard would be a decent game, but it turns out it's meh. I don't know if Tom Clancy's Division 2 is a good game. It's a looter shooter, but I'm not really sure. There's also Rivals of Aether, but I'm not really sure either. And there's also Buckshot Roulette as well, mentioned by Dimitri. I haven't had the chance to try that yet, but yeah. Also, there is Grocery Store Simulator, another update. Cool. So I was trying to see if there was a glasses style like yours. The closest you can get is the PvP shaded spectacles, but I don't think those are available anymore. Your second closest are not face wear. The GSM reading glasses from the 2-star masterwork book in Verdona. The GSM reading glasses. Yeah. Yeah, so here's the thing, Mango. I don't mind a compromise, but as long as it kind of gets relatively similar to this. It doesn't have to be exact, but if it's easy to get, and as long as it can go to face wear, I'm happy. So I'm willing to compromise as long as we use the face wear, because I don't know if this GSM reading glasses will go here into this slot. Yeah, I don't mind a compromise as long as it goes to the face wear here, so that it can be used for, so that it will cover the look for all the jobs. So yeah, I don't mind compromising a little bit just to make it possible. Yeah, I tried the gold saucer, but the one I got for 30,000 MGP is not very good looking. Yeah, I got this thing called the magnifiers, but it doesn't look very good. It doesn't look very good. Yeah. It's very thick. Yeah, it's not my style. But at least I unlocked face wear by doing that, at least. But yeah, Mango, sorry to ask you to do this again, but if it's possible to compromise a little bit, but as long as the headwear is easy to get, I don't mind. But it has to go into the face wear slot. So if there's something remotely close or somewhat similar we can get for face wear, let me know. Because I tried looking it up myself. I really did. But man, is it very challenging to find something relatively similar or close. So yeah, Mango, yeah, I appreciate you looking it up there. I actually tried to look it up myself, but man, it's not that easy to look it up. What is a summoning stone here? Oh. What do I need help with? Yeah. Yeah, Mango, I'm glad you looked it up there. So, looking at the images or the look of the face wear, man, I tried that, but it's not easy. And it also helps that you look it up as well, so that you can get what you need. Honestly, it's best just to get face wear, so that it doesn't interfere with all your other slots for your gear. So that's the reason why that exists anyway. But let me know, Mango. I appreciate your judgment. Anyway, let's check out what we gotta do here. What's the lowest? Well, what's the lowest XP we gotta do here? Okay, we can switch to Dragoon. Okay, here we go. Oh boy, a fitting payment. You will offer your patronage to our people too, yes? Let's see. Perhaps you can begin with Marnose. They're one of our foremost artisans, once held in the highest esteem by the Knights of Voibert. With the Knights gone, however, Marnose has had no opportunity to put their skills to use. They'll be overjoyed for your patronage. Okay. I did not realize this website exists, Mango. Thank you. I'm looking at the so far the only one that looks kind of so far the only one that seems to be the best one is Classic Spectacles. So this Classic Spectacles, where do you get these? Yeah, I have no clue where this Classic Spectacles you get them from. So based on that list alone, that's the only one that that seems to be the one I'm interested in. Classic Spectacles. Is that, where do you get that? Yeah, Classic Spectacles. That's the only one I'm interested in. I don't know if that website lists where you get them, but classic spectacles is the only one that seems to be the most interesting to get. Alright, Marnose. 1,182, 1,183, 1,184. Wait, did I already count that leaf? Oh boy. What? Where? Wait, you're a mortal. Huzzah! Huzzah! Jesus. Well met, yes, very well met indeed. Have you old and tired arms and armor that are threatening to fall apart at critical junctures in battle? If you answered yes, you come to the right Numu. I'll restore your equipment to pristine condition for a payment of a pair of moss fungus legs. Moss fungi roam just outside the cave. Please, please, please give their legs and your patronage to me. Okay. Yeah. So, I wonder where you get those. Do you have to do that whole gold saucer again? Yeah, I don't know if a simple Google search will tell you where to get the classic spectacles. I wish it was easy. But at least it's a possible option now. Yeah. I don't know if you can get those on market board, Mango. Okay. Yep, I already got my gear upgraded to level 74, so this is not too bad. Thank God there's internet nowadays, so you can easily look up things in MMO, so it's not too difficult. Honestly, I should have just switched to a paladin. I can kill these enemies very quickly, but nah, whatever. Okay, just 2 enemies to kill. Got it. Honestly, taking my time to learn these jobs is useful, so you know what they can and cannot do. Oh, that's it? Oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, free company workshop. Okay, I have a free company here in this world that I'm in, Mango. So that's something that again I can probably ask somebody about it. Alright, took care of that for you. Ah, you are returned. And with the moss fungus legs, I hope. They are tools of my trade, lest you wonder. Used to polish metal and leather alike to a lustrous sheen. Now that I have work again, I must replenish my stores. 2. Huzzah! 2 moss fungus legs as befits the work. Ah, to have neither more nor less expected of us than what we can provide. There is no greater joy. You see, for there to be honor in a task, we must receive precisely what it is worth. Too little means you belittle our ability. Too much means you question our integrity. You've given me fitting payment, so my services are at your disposal. I shall begin by inspecting your equipment. I see. Though I must ask for a small fee for the materials, I am pleased to say that all your arms and armor may be restored. If you mean to change them in the near future, however, there's no need to hurry. My first repair is complimentary. Here's the coin which you pay me with when you desire to have work done. Many thanks for your patronage. Okay. You know, Manga, I have never done those sub-aquatic voyages. I have never done those. Oh, and if you mean to offer your patronage to another, may I suggest is Goof yonder? Yeah, I have never done the sub-aquatic voyages. I don't know what those are like. Judging from your equipment, this plane you're no stranger to battle. I believe this Gyuf will have something to offer you. Okay, we got another one. Dragoon is good. 86,000. Okay, let's bring out our ninja again. Oh, another coffer. It's similar to sending your retainer out on an adventure. You send it and after time expression. I never sent my retainer out on an adventure. I know you can do that, but I never done that. So that's something to look into. Okay. Ah, to have so many men visit us at once. This is a joyous day indeed. If it please you, please give me your patronage. As my patron, I ask that you remove the noxious mushrooms that grow in our cave. Flame spores, they're called. We would tend to them with magics, except they leave behind a harmful ash. You have no choice but to pluck them one at a time. Now, you'll be curious as to what I have to offer. I am a purveyor of wares that will aid you in your travels. In exchange for your fitting payment, I will give you my choicest items. Okay. Yeah, that's something I have to look into, that retainer ventures, because I have never touched that ever since I got my retainer. I looked at retainers in this game as a way to sell stuff in the marketplace, but that's it. Oh, not just selling, but you can also keep your inventory there. You know, I actually found a way to get rid of my inventory from retainers very easily. Remember that Dome and Enclave construction effort? I can just give my stuff off to them. I just give my stuff off to the Dome and Enclave, and I'm done. Yeah, there's always things to do in the game, which is very entertaining to me. There's the last flame spores. Okay. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're still at level 73 MSQ so far. Okay. Oh, there's more. Yeah, the custom deliveries in this game, if you're a crafting and gatherer, that is also another easy way to get XP in this game. Only downside is that they're limited, but honestly, it's nice to even have that chance to do them, which is good. And they reset every Tuesday. Oh, there we go. Is it just one or two? Oh boy, Minfilia stalking us. I wasn't spying on you or anything. I've just finished my task and I should go and report back. There was a Realm Reborn dungeon that had this creepy horror-like cutscene. It kind of reminds me of that. This game doesn't do that very often, but it kind of reminds me of that a little bit. You remember that little cutscene, Mango, that I'm talking about? It's kind of creepy, but it's a Realm Reborn dungeon. I forgot which one it was, but I do remember that very distinctly. It goes really dark for a second. Anyway. Ah, you returned. Have you dealt with the flame spores by the western entrance as well? Excellent! No more poisonous spores irritating our noses. For a little while, at least. Oh dear. I believe I'm getting sentimental. Having a patron again. It reminds me of the old days. Fair every day, I would carry my wares to the castle to offer in exchange for men's patronage. Back then, the castle wasn't called Lahigia. The Werbertites built it, and they named it Licht. It was their last bastion in the struggle against Sin Eaters, and now they're gone. All of them. Nobles and knights and common folk alike. But enough reminiscing. I must give you what you've earned. And if you desire anything else I possess, I will be glad to offer them to you. For a fitting price, of course. Easy. Now, will you be offering your patronage to anyone else? If so, would you consider a wood lad? They've been under the weather of late, and the chance to perform an honorable task would cheer them up. Okay. I think the game is loading us to the next society quest. I think these are our next society quests we're gonna do. But I'm gonna do the Realm Reborn stuff first, then Heavensward. Okay, let's put this away. Okay, I don't need that. I don't need that. Where is that copper? Just put that there. Okay. Alright, what's next? Let's do our Black Mage next. An Aetheryte ticket. Oh, okay. What? You? You would be my patron? But I can't do anything for you. The Lawless Ones took my invisible ink, and without it, I can't make my arcane wares. Who are the Lawless Ones? They're Numu like us, except they've turned their backs on our values. Curs without honor, they are. They refuse to work, instead spending all their time cavorting and making a nuisance of themselves. It was when I was outside for a walk they set upon me and robbed me of my possessions, the ink included. I was too weak to resist them, but you, mortal, you look quite strong. Do you think you could take my ink back from those villains? If you do this, I'll consider it your patronage, and by my way of my service, I will make you something very special. Excuse me, but I couldn't help overhearing. If you mean to undertake this task, will you let me accompany you? I would learn from you, and help in what little way I can. You're welcome to join. Thank you so much. The Lawless Ones make their lair to the south, inside a cave called Father Collard's Chambers. It took many vials of ink, and I would be grateful if you could bring as many back as possible. Again, these are very simple MSQs. I like the pacing of this. It's not tedious like a Realm Reborn was. Where do we go? Or you can just teleport there. Take a little shortcut. That's nice. Again, I love the visuals in this game. The assets look very similar, but there's enough variety that it doesn't get boring to me. I don't know how much MSQ I can do in one night, but I hope to get to reach level 74 at the very least. Speaking of Aether Currents, I've already gotten all the green ones. The only thing we gotta do are the main ones. Oh, we've been here already, but this time it's the plot. Gotta wait for these. Don't you just love it when you're trying to do your MSQ, but the enemies get in the way? Okay. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, but whatever. Honestly, I just run away. There we go, finally. I mean, you can still be good with the Black Mage, but it's obviously better to have a higher level to deal with them. But it could be worse. Okay, Minfilia. Do we get a cutscene? Father Carla's chambers is through here. I peered inside, and sure enough, it was milling with Numu. They look none too friendly. If Tankard were here, he'd tell me to go about it quietly and quickly. Let us split up. I'll find all the ink I can and then come back outside. See you shortly. Okay, we're gonna switch to a Paladin. Paladin is the only highest level I have in this game. Before Dawn Trail came out, this was the highest level job I did. You're probably wondering, how did I get this to level 90? Just do the roulettes over and over and over again. That's it. I could switch to my miner just to do this. Should I do that? Yeah, why not? No need to worry about enemies. Where is the invisible ink? It's a good thing I got all my crafting and gatherers to a high level. Oh, you gotta switch. But you know what? I can just switch if I press of a button. Just find where the item is, and then switch. Don't need to worry about combat. Okay, last one. Where is the last one? Guess we gotta do some platforming here, huh? Usually the game doesn't make you do platforming, but it's nice when the game gives you something else to do. Okay. Okay. It's nice to have this sneak ability, especially when you're a high level with this job. No need to fight anybody. Honestly, I should do this more often. Especially when you can't fly yet. Okay. Minfilia. Hopefully Minfilia is okay. Based on the description of Minfilia in this universe, she's very powerful, but she has died many times. Oh boy. I have to go back up there. Oh, come on. Get up there. There you go. Yeah, there's Minfilia. Okay. Do we get voiceovers finally?
Oh, thank goodness. There you are. Those Numo were rather frightening. I'm glad you're safe.
I see you use daggers.
Thancred taught me, but I'm still a novice. The Minfilius before me battled Sin-Eaters as part of the Yulmoran army. But that had all changed by the time I was found. They held me captive, so that I wouldn't follow in the others' footsteps. I'd still be in my cell now had Thancred not spirited me away. When he found me, I knew nothing of the world. I didn't know how to live, let alone fight.
So many Minfilius in this universe.
Thancred once told me that if the efforts to summon you failed, it would fall to me to face the Light Wardens. I realized then that it was the only reason he kept me close. As a contingency. The truth is, he can't stand to be around me.
I mean, babysitting or guarding is not an easy thing to do.
Because I'm not her. I'm not his Minfilia. Once, we journeyed to Nabatha together, to the place where the Oracle appeared and stayed the flood. As we drew near, I felt as though I was fading away. I shut my eyes and covered my ears, and then... I'm not sure what happened after that. I have a vague feeling that I said something to him. Only it wasn't me at all. It was her. Afterwards, Thancred didn't say a word. Only kept to himself and brooded. There's nothing I can do for him. Nothing I can offer but my presence. Though it only reminds him of his loss. She should be the one to live on. That's why I tried to find you. Because I knew that was what she wanted. But now that you're here, I'm not entirely sure what it was she intended me to do. Was I meant to tell you something or bring you to someone or somewhere? I can feel the answer at the edge of my mind, just out of reach. What is that?
Oh.
Why? Why did you imprison us? Such boredom, such tedium have we suffered. It is unfair. Unfair.
Like I said, sometimes the game does different lighting like this, which is sort of horror-like. But yeah. What did I tell you?
Come and play with us.
What did I tell you? What did I tell you?
It came from the castle.
Yep. I didn't mean to ruin the jump scare, but I kind of saw it coming. Yeah.
This is everything I have. Please see it delivered to the Numo. I will bear word to Thancred and the others.
Yep, every once in a while the game does quote-unquote jump scares or horror-like, so that's not too surprising. Something like that, Mango. I saw something like this happen similar to, Realm Reborn. It was a dungeon, but I don't remember which one. Okay. Mercy, Your Majesty. You had no choice. Please forgive us. They had it too, huh? Oh, it's you. With my ink, were you able to retrieve it? Yeah. Haha, yes! This is the ink. And almost all of it, too. When our king spoke to me, my day went from bad to worse. But thanks to you, it's simply bad again. What? You had the vision too? Oh, woe is us. Ordinarily, when a living being turns into a Sin Eater, it loses everything about its mind that defined it. However, the king has retained some of their instincts. This manifests in the desire to play and be free. So strong is that desire, it often leaks through the seal to invade our consciousness. For a long time, we've ignored it, but we can't do so forever. But forgive me, I was going to thank you for reuniting me with my ink. You did exactly as I asked. So I'll give you the service I promised. Nothing up my sleeve, and voila! May it serve you well. And we get some side quests unlocked. Only becomes available because you did the MSQs. Okay. And that's next. 108. Okay, let's do Dragoon again. Alright, so we're gonna do the Elder's Answer. We're gonna stick to the main quests. You can buy those glasses on the market board for 400,000 gil. Oh my god, that's so expensive. Jesus. That is expensive. Ooh. The Elder's Answer. There's nothing like honorable work. Thanks again for giving me the opportunity. Oh, I should mention that Elder Wade Ank returned a moment ago. If you seek them out, I dare say they'll have tidings for you. I wonder if we're gonna get some voiceovers with these characters or these people now. Alright. Ah, there you are. I'm informed that you've been an excellent patron to our people. For that, you have my thanks. Now then, you'll be pleased to hear that we've come to a decision regarding the scepter. If you gather your companions, I'll deliver our answer. Do we get some voiceovers with these people now? I hope so, at least once. No. Before I begin, please allow me to express my gratitude for your kind patronage. Having been deprived of purpose for so long, our people are overjoyed at being able to serve again. But onto the matter of the Stone Scepter. During our deliberations, we are forced to concede that we will never have the power to deal with our fallen monarch. We can release Titania neither from the castle nor from torment. In light of this, we have decided to entrust their fate to you. Take it, the Stone Scepter of the New Mu. This makes 3 relics. One more and we can arrange a meeting with the Warden. Ere you continue your quest, allow me to enlighten you as regards your foe. Know that Titania is not a name, but a title bestowed upon one chosen to lead the Pixies by the grace of nature. This leader, upon Ilmeg's founding, arose as ruler of all Fey folk to bring order to our riotous kind. In our turn, we Fey folk render our blessing unto nature, unto water, wood, and wind, that our king might be further empowered. Though they are become a Sin Eater, their powers remain unchanged. When you face them, be prepared to face the full fury of nature. Oh dear. Is there anything else that we should know? Anything else? Only that if you feel unready for the challenge, and none here would blame you for it, You're welcome to remain among us a while longer. After all, I myself have yet to enjoy your patronage, and who knows when I will next have the chance. You would see that you are comfortable, of course, and do all in our power to make you feel at home. Oi! Honestly, I look away for one moment and every fairy and their nuncle tries to steal my sapling from me. This is my sapling. Mine. Do you hear? Not yours, and not the Fuat's. And anyone who so much as thinks about trying to seduce him will wish they hadn't. The final relic is a pair of shoes wrought of crystal. They are held in the Morrow safekeeping at their settlement, Wolleckdorf. If Barrett mentioning that these Amaro are unlike those which thou hast therefore encountered, owing to a peculiarity of evolution, they are capable of speech, and thus we might negotiate with them as we have the Fey folk. Though it saddens us to see you leave, we wish you well on your way. When you arrive in Wolleckdorf, seek out the largest of the Amaru. His name is Situ, and he is their leader and the bearer of the relic. Yeah, that's the thing, Mango. I try to have a face wear because I don't want to get in the way of the gear, but yeah, classic spec. These are the classic spectacles, but yeah, I have them. This is actually easy, but how much is clear glass lens, though? I can craft them, but I don't know if this... Yeah. So it says head. So that's headwear, right? Yeah, I'm gonna assume that it is that. Yeah. Yeah, when it says head, oh no. Don't tell me it has to go here instead of headwear, face wear. Oh man, not face wear? Oh man. I was hoping to get a face wear. Yeah. I was hoping for a decent face wear. Man. So again, Mango, forgive me for my selfishness, but I ask you again, Mango, is there a face wear that kind of is similar to this or gets close to it? So I already tried Googling, like I said earlier, but if you want to help me on that, Mango, I appreciate it. It doesn't have to be exactly like this, but something close to it, or remotely close. 400,000 gil. What's that called again? What's the aversion to the glamour? Oh, I have to go to the NGP. You have to go to... How much is that? How much is that on the gold saucer again? I remember seeing the faces we wear, but I didn't know about the classic spectacles. I have to go look it up. So there's Wolleckdorf right there. Actually, you know what? I can quickly look it up. Since there is a teleporter there, I can just quickly look it up. Yeah, let's just quickly make a quick detour here. Okay. Oh. Where are they? They're in the market board? I mean, where do you unlock them? Yeah, I don't know where you get the classic spectacles. I know you said market board, but where else can you get them? Voyages, oh. Yeah, so yeah, here's the faces we wear, but it doesn't have the one we have. Hey Zeption, welcome back. I'm playing this MMO here for the plot. Don't worry, I'm not sidetracking too much, but yeah. So yeah, Zep, I didn't forget about all the other games, but I personally like this MMO here, Zep. What is PoE2 again? What is PoE2 again? I don't remember. I don't remember what that is. I don't think I've ever played Path of Exile, so I can't tell you. I don't think I've ever played Path of Exile, but I can quickly look it up here. I got too many games on my Steam list here, Zep. I have so many things to worry about, but I'm trying my best here. Yeah, wait a minute. Did I play Path of Exile? Apparently this is free? It's an MMO, isn't it? This kind of reminds me of Baldur's Gate 3, but it's not Baldur's Gate 3. I never played the first Path of Exile game, but it kind of reminds me of Baldur's Gate 3, even though it's not. I don't know. It says here it's an MMO. I don't know if I can do another MMO. This game is already consuming a lot of my free time here. But if I wanted to try a game, I would like to try Division 2, if that's a decent game or not. But I don't know. I'm very optimistic. And people are already trashing Star Wars Outlaws. It's not a great game. It's meh. Yep. Yeah, and you know what's funny, Mango and Zep? I never played Diablo. I've heard of it. I've heard of Diablo, but I never played it. But the problem is, I can only do so many games in my free time. So I don't know. So here's the thing, Zep. I already put in a lot of my spare time into this game, along with Rainbow Six Siege, Starship Troopers, and a couple other games. Leveling up all these jobs and crafting and gathering here. This has taken me a lot of time. The problem with MMOs, Zep, is that once you're committed to one, it is unlikely you're gonna be able to have time to do anything else, unfortunately. So I don't know. Path of Exile. Well, I don't feel. For me, this Final Fantasy XIV game doesn't feel like a job to me, but it does feel. But it does consume a lot of time because there's so many things to do, which is pretty typical for most MMOs. But the thing is, I already have an MMO, so it is unlikely I can do another one. And speaking of MMOs, looking at that gameplay of Path of Exiles, it kind of reminds me of Baldur's Gate 3, even though it's not Baldur's Gate 3. I was so impressed with the story, despite not knowing anything about Dungeons and Dragons, is that I spent 200 to 300 hours into this game. I'm just sad that I'm just sad that I completed this game. I know there's evil endings into this game, but I'm just kind of sad that the story is over, and Larian Studios is not gonna do a follow-up to this. But hopefully Larian Studios is gonna do another game that has interesting story and characters, because I really did like what they did in this game. Yeah, I'm sad that it's over, but it was a fun adventure while it was there. Yeah, I don't know, Zep. I can't make any promises, Zep, but I'm already stretched thin when it comes to games. I got casual games like Grocery Store Simulator, among others. I'm already so busy, so... Yeah, Rainbow Six Siege and a couple other games. I got so many games, to say the least. An enormous tomorrow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Here we go. Also, we got merch. Yes. See too. Here we go. Artbert? Oh, forgive me. I was having a dream. Seldom do men visit us. What brings you to our village? Did I hear you right? You desire the crystal shoes that you may confront the Light Warden? No, you mustn't think such thoughts. Even if you're indeed immune to the light's corruption, as you claim, vanquishing the king will bring you naught but sorrow. Forget this folly. Return whence you came. Well, we appreciate your concern. We have no choice in the matter. Will you not reconsider? Come, my friends. Let us leave him with his thoughts. This harder by far to change the minds of they who mean well than they who mean ill. Forgive me, but I'm not sure I understand. And little wonder, this is the first time thou hast set foot here. 'Twould behoove you all to learn something of the nature of this community, I think, and there is no surer way than to speak with its members. In such wise, you'll come to understand Seto's reason for refusing us, and, I hope, gain an insight into how he may yet be persuaded. So I bid you seek out the Amaru and make yourselves known unto them. A gentle touch shall suffice by way of greeting. So it's like the other place, but you had to do it with... We had to do it with, these guys. Oh boy. It's a little disappointing that we don't get too many voiceovers with these things, but okay. Of course we pet them. Why not? Like so many others, yeah. So all we gotta do is pet them. They're so fluffy, like catching a cloud. Oh. I mean, how many times has Minfilia been revived? Too many times, I imagine. Hey, John Z, we're going through this story here again. So, John Z, I think I'm getting close to making up my mind what we're going to be doing this week. But yeah, right now we're just doing the plot for this Final Fantasy XIV game. I already did all the dungeon stuff off screen. What you're experiencing right now is just the story. So we just gotta pet these dragons. No dialogue so far with them, or voice acting, but it's nice. Oh, we just gotta pet dragons. And they have some dialogue there. I hope you're doing okay, John Z. I'm glad. Yeah. So we got more dragons to pet. Isn't that touching? Again, we do see something different in this game. It's nice. All you do is pet them. Oh. Oh. Alright. We're speaking to Orianje again. Alright, Orianje. What do we got? Yep. Thou hast peered into the hearts of the Amaru, I take it? Then thou canst not choose but see the intense and abiding love they bear for men. It is out of concern for our welfare, and not scorn, that Sito seek it to dissuade us from confronting their king. Yet confront their king we must, and to that end, we must needs have the crystal shoes. Okay, so no side quest. Okay, let's do it. Inu, might I prevail upon thee to confer with Situ in private? The task of slaying the Light Warden will ultimately be thine, and it is for thee, I believe, that he worrieth most. Tell him of thy many great deeds, spoken in earnest. Thy words may yet move him to change his mind. Okay, so where's the next one? We can do Ninja. Do we get voiceovers? Oh. You have spoken with my brethren. Then you see it is not out of scorn that I deny you the relic. I simply cannot bear to see men fight and die. Not anymore. None of us can. To lose one who has placed a gentle hand on us, even once, fills our hearts with untold sorrow, as my brothers and sisters will readily attest. This is something I must do. What am I to make of such declarations? Tell me, why do you wish this? This land is no longer man's to fight for, nor will your doing so compel the Fae folk to change. And in order to obtain the other relics, you will already have paid the due price. Not more is owed. Why then would you risk all to face our fallen king? To save the world. What did you say? The very words. Could it be mere coincidence? Very well. You may believe what you say, but we shall see if you have the strength to do it. Sin Eaters have been prowling the area of late. Prove yourself against them, and I will consider giving you the relic. See that you're well prepared, then meet me in the clearing to the east. There, I will lure out the fiends, that you may slay them. Okay. Okay, we just have to go here and... Is it a duty instance we gotta do, or is it just, you know, killing enemies? Okay. Okay. I'll use my voice to lure out the Sin Eaters, as I once did when I hunted with an old friend. The feeble cry for the ravenous, a mighty roar for the territorial. I still remember the tricks. But come, we begin at your signal. Ready, then? Very well. Okay. Again, the ring of AoEs in this expansion onwards is so bright. It's so obvious. Okay. Oh, there's more. Oh yeah, I remember seeing these in that dungeon earlier. It's a good thing I took my time with these jobs. I didn't want to rush things, so at least I know what you need to do. Nice. Okay. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Okay. made short work of those creatures. I will not deny it. I have seen enough. Let us return to Willigdorf. Oh, come on. You can't let me fly with you. Maybe I'm being too selfish. Oh well. It is mankind's goal to pet everything in sight. Right? Well, almost. Okay, do we get voiceovers? I heard a fearsome war. Is everything alright? Orange tells me you've been busy trying to win Sito over, and I agree that you're the best man for the job. A silver tongue can only get one so far. Whatever Sito had in store for thee, I wish thee Godspeed. By the ease with which you slew those Sin Eaters, I see that you are capable. However, I still require time to think. And if you should be willing, there is a favor I would ask of you. And here we go. We finally get our next Aether Current to do. So let's see what we gotta do here. We got Sandman. Yeah, for this Ilmeg area, we just need to do 2 more. And yep, here we go. We got 1. Okay. Yeah, the game does tease you with these side quests. I will eventually get to these, but it's not a huge priority right now. Yeah, all these side quests that you see with these exclamation points, these are things you can do to kill time, but I will do them later. Because I already got society quests and duty roulettes to do, which are already pretty time-consuming already. So yeah, Mango, welcome back. I'm just doing a quick Aether Current side quest here, and I only got 1 more to do after that. So we're just talking with Sito, the dragon, or find it said. But yeah, Mango, that Path of Exile game, like I was telling Zep earlier, I'm not sure if I can add another MMO into my library. I already have too many games already that I haven't even touched yet, and it requires on my mood to play them. For example, Mango, are you a fan of PvE games like shooters? Because I do like Starship Trooper Extermination, Mango. What I like about that game, personally, is that the game doesn't waste your free time. It's not very grindy like this game. It only takes you like a little bit of time just to get what you need. And it's a lot more casual and it's a lot more casual than Helldivers 2. Helldivers 2, you need to do a lot more to unlock things, but the game's just short to play through in my opinion. I still have it in my Steam library, but I'm not crazy about that game anymore. Every time I play that game, it just feels like a chore to go through. Finally eat the remains of a fruit. Okay. What I like about these MSQs, Mango, is that after A Realm Reborn, it doesn't feel as tedious to go through. The people that made this game have learned their lesson. Oh, there is Tunatu. Sandman sent me. Yeah. Oh. Again, you can do some side quests with them, but I'll eventually do them later. Okay, let's go back to the main plot. Again, it's just side quests, but it's nice to do something to pass time. Yeah, my main priority right now with this game is level things up, but right now I'm just doing the main scenario quest right now. If everything goes as planned, this Ilmeg area will finally be unlocked. I can fly here. Oh, wrong way. Alright, Seto, what do we got? Okay, they can switch over to... Let's switch to the Black Mage. My next plan is to get all these jobs to level 80. So I don't have to worry about stopping and going for the rest of this expansion. Anyway, memento of a friend. This is not a test of your strength, but a personal request. Please hear my tale. A while ago, I fought Sin Eaters who had wandered into Ilmeg. In the heat of battle, I dropped a prized possession, a medallion. Of all the places that it should fall, it was Long Mirror Lake. We Amaru are not fond of water. We certainly cannot dive very deep. I briefly entertained the thought of turning into the Fuat, but they are more likely to keep my medallion out of mischief than return it to me. I had despaired of retrieving my treasure, but having seen what you are capable of, perhaps you will be able to find it. While I ponder your request for the shoes, will you not go and search for my medallion? If it should elude even you, I will accept that it is gone forever. Oh boy, we gotta travel quite a bit for this one. Could be worse. You do want to unlock the ability to fly in this game, because when you go back to these areas to do whatever you need to do, it does take time to backtrack. Yeah. I mean, the Everlasting Light looks really nice graphically. I mean, there's a purpose to all of this, but it's amazing. Yeah, in my personal opinion, some people can play MMOs or games without a story or setting needed. But for me personally, I like to have a purpose in a game with a story, even if it's not much of a story. But I'm glad the story in this game is keeping me going. I did like what Stormblood offered when it comes to content, and Shadowbringers is a nice change of scenery and pace for once. Which brings me to the next expansion, Endwalker. I don't know what's gonna happen there, but I have a bad feeling because we still gotta deal with the Empire, which we still do not know how to deal with. So please, don't spoiler me. Okay, so may have to switch to... Just switch to a different job for now. There's only like one area that I cannot explore, and that's where I have to fly. Yeah, there are so many quests you can do here, but it's not priority. The only ones I see that are priority are the ones that have the plus or cross symbols on them. Honestly, do not rush the side quest when it comes to these ones that are not part of the main story. Just do them when you're in the mood. I hadn't even done the Realm Reborn ones yet, but I have been doing the side quest though. Okay. There's a glittering object. Nope. What if it's inside this building? What about this one? That's it? Oh, okay. Okay, we got lucky with our second one. Okay. Yeah, let's switch over to our black mage. Alright, Sito. We were lucky with your medallion. Ah, you returned. How fared your search? I believe we found it. This golden medallion. Despite its age and prolonged submersion, this golden medallion still retains its luster.
Ah, my medallion! You found it!
Oh, what a relief. What? It's so nice to hear voice acting. Oh.
Oh, I know not how to thank you. It is my most treasured possession. A gift from a dear departed soul. He was a traveler, and together we journeyed to the ends of the world and back again. When I was young. In those days, I could not speak. But we found joy in each other's company nonetheless. Oh, the memories. This medallion he found during an adventure. Fashioned it into a necklace for me, his partner in crime. I had not the words to tell him then, but it filled my heart with pride. I was so happy. His name was Artbert, and he was my friend.
Ardbert, thou sayest?
Everyone blamed him for the flood, him and his comrades. Some few spoke up for them, of the many whose lives they had touched. But as the years went by, their voices were drowned out by those who only uttered the adventurers' names as a curse. It was too much to bear. And so I left behind men and their lies, and came to this place. Ardbert was a trusting soul, constantly being drawn into the troubles of others. Yet in spite of this, he never thought twice when he saw someone in need. He always tried to help. It was no different then. The world needed heroes. It needed him. And yet, he was a good man. He deserved to be happy. I wish I could have told him that, at least.
I'm sure Adbert knows how you feel.
You remind me of him. Your kindness. When we Amaro were created, we were granted the ability to perceive souls. Thus did we recognize our masters. That ability has long since faded from our kind. But due, perhaps, to my reversion, I can see your soul. Faintly, but surely. It is reminiscent of Ardbert's. Strikingly so. Of course, you are you and no one else. We are defined not by the soul we are born with, but the path we walk. Nevertheless, I cannot help but feel that this is more than mere coincidence. Which is why I will place my faith in you. The relic. It is yours.
What now?
Has something happened at Lida Loran?
Together with the twins, we were playing tricks on some nasty mortals to stop them from setting foot in Ilmeg. At first they ran off screaming, which was lots of fun. But then a scary, bony, wrinkly old mortal came along and spoiled everything. None of our tricks seemed to work on him, which is no fun at all. And now they're getting closer and closer.
Ranjit. If he manages to find his way in, all our efforts will have been for naught. As thou sayest. Should we be discovered ere our mission here is complete, and the Light Warden yet liveth, our task will be rendered nigh impossible. If we are to prevail, we must needs divide our forces. Thus do I propose the following. Whilst thou salliest forth to meet with the Light Warden, we shall join in the effort to obstruct the trespassers. Should we succeed in staying their advance, all the better. Yet even should we fail, if we can but delay our enemy's arrival long enough for thee to secure victory, our plan may still be deemed a success. So the moment the lights go out, we all beat a hasty retreat, yes?
Let me come with you. I have the blessing too.
No, Minfelia. You'll only get underfoot. Now come.
I wish there were more I could do. Please be careful.
Yep. They gotta do this. Let's do it. Okay. And here we go. The final Aether Current. Aktla In. Oh, yes. By the way, Mango, this is interesting coincidence. I tried to do all those crafting and gathering quests. This is the Master Scenario quest that I was blocked from completing. A few of them were required to do this, which I'm glad. Anyway, let's do this. Forgive me. It seems my indecision has cost you precious time. But I am convinced now. Convinced that you will triumph. To the south, you will find the bridge to Lihigia. As the bearer of the 4 relics, the gate to the castle will open to you. I could not say these words to Artbert, but I say them now to you. Go safely. It's nice to see the little comments like that. So it can be very easy to overlook. So here we go. We are finally going to this castle. Is it a trial or a dungeon? Yeah, it's still level 73. So yeah. What requires the XP? Probably Dragoon, I think. Funny enough, I already explored this area, but it feels nice to actually go there for the plot. It's nice. Speaking of which, I can just switch to my miner and not worry about combat. Well, here we go. We're finally going inside this place. This is probably a trial. I doubt we get 2 dungeons in a row on the same level. Alright, here we go. This is the place. So, how is this gonna work out? Well, we can finally fly after this is done. Sweet. So we can finally deal with the problem. Investigate the castle gate. Oh boy. The gate has recognized that you bear all 4 relics. The seal is broken. So, all that remains is to enter the castle and confront Titania, a being bereft of reason and mercy. It is sure to be a ferocious battle, but if anyone can bring an end to our king's torment, it is you. Yet know this, my adorable sapling. Though we Fae folk may appear to live unfettered lives, there are still laws that bind us. To take back as much as is taken, to create much as is destroyed, to give as much as is received. In all things, balance must be preserved, and the same will be asked of you. But worry not. Come what may, your beautiful branch will ever be at your side. And this is a trial. Okay. Yep, our very first trial. So, we can do this unsynced or we can sync. I don't know if anybody's gonna join, but we'll see. So yeah, I don't know. So I could queue up for this, but I can do it unsynced. I'm not here to rush things, but yeah. Basically gotta do the usual mechanics to avoid it, but yeah. Oh. I think I may have to queue. Hopefully this is not a terrible queue. 6 minutes? That's not bad. It's not bad, 6 minutes. I hope it's not going to take too long. I really hope this is not a long queue. In the worst case scenario, I'll just turn into a healer. So let's see if we can... Let's see if this queue is not gonna take too long. But this is the final quest before we can do the remaining crafting and gathering stuff. Cool. So hopefully this queue is not gonna take too long. Yeah. I hope this is not gonna take too long. At least we're not doing this alone. 2 tankers, 2 healers, and 4 DPSs. I really hope this is not gonna be a long queue. Again, the sceneries are pretty amazing. I can only imagine what Endwalker and eventually Dawntrail looks like. I'm actually surprised that it took me this much time just to catch up. But I don't think that this has catch up. I'm just trying to enjoy this adventure as much as I can. Yeah, when it comes to these society quests, oh man, the Realm Reborn ones are so long. But the Heavens Ward in particular, and I'm guessing the later expansions, when you first start off with them, you can do 1 side quest and you get 50 instead of 10 or 10, was it? That's not a lot. Yeah, Stormblood did it all in stage 3. That's pretty generous of them. But at least I can get the Realm Reborn. I'm pretty much not doing too bad on Realm Reborn. It's at least I'm sort of getting close to halfway. I think Reputation 7 is the final one, like the Ixal ones. So I'm getting almost halfway there. Yeah, the Amal job where to reach Reputation 3. I really hope this queue is not gonna take too long. Naturally, when people are queuing up for trials, this will be something that they might get, depending on what the game gives them. Man, can't wait to fly through this place and do the crafting and gathering quests. Can't wait to do that. Yeah, this is a level 73, so this will probably turn level 74 afterwards. Oh boy. Please don't take too long in the queue. Honestly, I'm actually surprised we're doing this much progress in less than 2 hours. Less than 2 hours, we already make this much progress. I could have done other games during this time, but I really want to see the plot of this game. Even if I know a lot of people in my server are not huge fans of this. But I like it. Oh man. I really hope this average wait time is accurate, because this is something you have to do if you want to progress the rest of the game. I mean, you could do duty support, but yeah, I mean, you couldn't do duty support I don't think you can do duty support. Nope, you can't. No. Only the dungeon you're allowed to, but not this trial. Nope. Yeah, when it comes to AI duties, some of them can be straightforward AI, even though you have to babysit them a little bit. And some others, just do it with other players. Interestingly enough, Heaven's Word has more main scenario than Stormblood. Interesting. Interesting. I really hope this average wait time of 6 minutes is accurate. Otherwise, I may have to switch to healer, despite not doing this trial before. At least I want to see the mechanics for the first time. Oh. Can you swim here? No. Oh, man. I just hope that this queue time is not bad. Normally, I would not be sitting around here doing nothing, but you have to do this. I already asked my free company if they want to bring in their level 100s just to do this unsynced, but so far most of them are occupied. You could do Party Finder, but 6 minutes. I really hope this is not going to go over 10 minutes. Yeah, I may have to switch to healer or tanker. Yeah, I don't want to sit here forever and not have any progress. Just waiting for that zing notification that you just gotta commence. Yeah, I may have to switch to healer if this queue time goes way too long. At least I'm not the only healer. So that's some consolation right there. Yeah, we did it! Now we just gotta hope that everybody commences. Thank God. Waiting for everybody to commence this duty. Please. 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 Come on. Yes! Okay, here we go. What kind of a plot do we get? Do we get voiceovers? Oh, no voiceovers! Oh, there are no voiceovers! Oh. My biggest nitpick with this game is that the voiceovers are not consistent. Some scenes you get voiceovers, and some others you do not. You would think the game gives you voiceovers here, but no. So we gotta defeat her just to get rid of this. Light Warden. Yeah, alrighty then.
Come and play! For the night is bright and you can sleep when you're dead.
Oh, during that cutscene there's no voiceovers, but during the fight there's voiceovers. Okay.
Can you guess which one?
Okay. What kind of mechanics we gotta worry about here?
Wait.
We get some nice music here. Can you hear it?
when you play with fire.
Pretty straightforward mechanics so far.
We're sick of this cramped old castle. Let's play in the forest.
Again, they seamlessly change sceneries. That's nice. No loading screen. Again, the backgrounds are amazing. That looks good, by the way. Look at the textures on those branches. Did they upgrade the textures for this? Wow. Wow. Again, I have yet to see somebody make a comparison of how much has changed overall. When it comes to trials, especially when it comes to visual looks, but wow. It's entertaining. That's what this game is. It's entertaining. So far, pretty straightforward mechanics here.
First force, crimson flag.
So, is there a twist to this Titania that we gotta worry about? And we're more than halfway through with this trial here. Never done this before, but after doing the blue carnival bosses, like I said earlier, this is a walk in the park in comparison. Jesus, the blue mage carnival bosses are difficult. Yeah, Hexerin. Yeah, so Hexerin, it's good to see you again, man. Hopefully you're doing okay. And by the way, Hexerin, I have a question for you, Hexerin. Were you watching the election coverage, Hexerin? When the U.S. election was ongoing? I'm glad of who won. I'm glad. But yeah, Hexerin, I don't know how much they upgraded Shadowbringers for the graphical enhancement for Dawn Trail when it came out this year, but I do like the expansion and how much they did more to make things entertaining. I love it. I've been very busy behind the scenes, Hexerin, so I don't know how much you were watching earlier, Hexerin, but I leveled up all my jobs to level 75 at the moment, along with my crafting and gathering, and I even did this society quest for our own reasons. Trying to finish these without rushing. I also did the Dolan Enclave reconstruction effort as well. There's always some things to do in this game. It's pretty fun. But yeah, Hexerin, I'm having fun. I'm actually going to be unlocking the ability to fly in this area once this MSQ is done. Yeah, Hexerin. I mean, I don't know if this game ever had a graphical upgrade in its whole life, but at least they did something. Yeah, that's true, Hexerin. It's a bit of a hit and miss, but at least they did something. Because I remember vividly that the textures on the hairs look like cardboard cutouts. I remember that. Also, the textures in other places do look better. So I'm actually glad of that. But I think they say they're gonna patch it slowly but surely. And yes, I did all the Blue Mage Carnival bosses, Hexerin.
Like the leaves
From
on
1 to 31. I did them all. 2 or 3 of them were very annoying to do, but I got them done. Even if I had to even if I did look up the guide how to do them, you still have to do them. And I was able to do it.
So much fun.
I'm glad.
Let's play some more.
Wow, the backgrounds in this trial is entertaining. Wow. Again, that's what I like about this game. It's entertaining, even if it plays it safe. As long as the game can be entertaining, that's all that matters. And I don't regret picking up this MMO. It's definitely not for everybody, but I like it. Okay. Like you said, Hexer, and they probably changed the voice actors. They probably had 2 or 3 different versions before. Like you said, Hexer, and they probably changed voice actors 2 or 3 times or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, everything you're hearing right now is from the game. I did not have any OBS music or anything like that. Nope.
You play rough.
Okay, we're almost done with this Titania boss. Pretty interesting mechanics. Not too difficult. Just need to know what to, just need to be paying attention. So, what kind of a cutscene do we get?
We can play no more.
Oh, it's a little sad too. But you had no choice. And look at the visuals. Say what you want about this game playing it safe, but people that did the visual effects for this game, they know how to entertain. Amazing. And all of this for a 10-plus-year-old game. Wow. Yeah, I feel kind of bad for some of these. I feel kind of bad for some of these people and things we gotta kill or gotta deal with. I feel kind of bad for them. Theme Park MMO. Yeah, you could say that, Hexer. But then again, it's a Final Fantasy game. And I'm fine with that. There you go. No more everlasting light. Now we see nighttime again. Yeah, but for an MMO with many repetitive things, having variety, like I said before, Hexer, is always a good thing. But this is not for everybody. But I personally enjoy it. It's entertaining. So, how does the story continue here?
You have freed our fallen king. Not that I expected any less, my Snayak.
Oh.
The dress, the crown, the scepter, the shoes. The time has come for these relics to serve their true purpose. For they are not only keys to the castle, they are also blessings to be bestowed upon the new king. The way into the castle is opened when it is time to relieve the reigning monarch of the throne. And the brave soul who does the deed has the honor of taking their place. However, should you ascend the throne, you will become one of us, never again to live as men do. My adorable sapling, my precious mortal. We Fae folk live forever, but such is not your virtue. To strive for a dream you will never see, to sow seeds that others might one day taste the fruits of your garden, that is the beauty of your kind. Burn bright and shine as only you can. These blessings, your lovely branch will accept in your stead.
Kinla, Ilichla, Ilmeg, Okbra. Now, shall we attend to those unwise enough to trespass in our realm?
I'm glad you asked. So.
Confound it! How did they get here so fast?
And not a moment too soon.
Damn these pixies and their tricks!
So.
How in the seven hells?
Yeah. They did delaying action.
Listen well. We come in pursuit of villains who have fled to this land. You know who and where they are. Now show yourselves and answer me before I lose my patience.
I wonder how this new power, this new pixie is gonna help out. I wonder how that's gonna work.
Stop! It hurts! It hurts!
Oh, cruel.
Enough! Lift the enchantment!
And not a moment too soon, right?
Minfilia, willful child. How many times must I come to collect you?
I won't return to Yulmore. And I won't let you hurt my friends.
Did this happen before we did that trial? Who knows?
What is this stance? Where did you learn it? No oracle I trained would make such an unseemly show of herself.
Oh wait, the Everlasting Light is still going. So this is before we finish the trial. Oh boy.
Know your shame, gal. You're powerless. You have no life nor purpose, save that which our master sees fit to permit.
Delaying action.
Who are you to dictate her purpose? To lock her away and deny her a life? If she was powerless, it's because of you, you sanctimonious swine. But no longer. Fool! Defiance only begets more suffering. It is through acceptance alone that one may find solace in this god's-forsaken world.
Look! The sky!
And not a moment too soon.
He's done it. The Warrior of Darkness has triumphed!
General? What are our orders? What do we do?
We do what we came to do. Subdue this rabble and find the Warrior of Darkness.
Forward, men! Take the villains captive!
Oh boy.
Are you deaf? I said...
Axla Orwain!
Axla Orwain!
What? What's happening?
Oh no.
Water? That wasn't there before.
Orwa I kansasi, orwa I kinsi. Help me!
What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourselves, damn it!
Wow.
General, they come in greater numbers. We must retreat.
All who stand with a warrior of darkness shall face justice. My master demands it.
But a great visual right there. Wow.
I see. Well, it's a good thing Feaul volunteered to become king in your stead, for all our sakes.
We are grateful for your timely aid, Feaul, or should I say, your majesty.
It was the first night in recent memory. We all of us but wished to make the most of it. That's something you must remember about us Fae folk. Though our existence may be eternal, we exist only for the present. We live in the here and now, paying no mind to futures that may or may not be. To wit, we are not driven as men are. We cannot fight for such causes as men do.
Does that mean you won't aid us against the Sin Eaters?
Not unless the mood takes us. But if it was to repay a debt, well then, that's another matter. To take back as much as is taken. To create as much as is destroyed. To give as much as is received. Such is the way of Ilmeg. By this law, we shall lend you our strength, in return for the beautiful sky you have restored to us. In times of need, do not hesitate to call.
Oh. I'll be sad to lose you.
Silly sapling. I shall remain at your side. Even should my body be in the castle, 'tis a simple thing to have a little part of me accompany you. Treat them as you would your Isnefis.
Again, great visuals. It's entertaining. I don't regret this. I don't regret putting time into this game. It's worth it. Forget realism for a bit. Have a fantasy game, or something along those lines. And we can finally fly now. Sweet. I'm going to train harder. Having seen what you've achieved is the least I can do. Well done, my friend. You put me to shame, laying low a light warden while I struggled to land a blow on a man old enough to be my great-grandsire. It seems I was wrong about your friend. Had Feaul not stepped in, you'd be frolicking with the fairies by now. It was pure luck that we managed to hold the Umorans at bay long enough for you to succeed. But we have earned some good fortune, and while it is plain we have not seen the last of General Ranjit, I for one am glad to delay our reckoning with him a while longer. So, what can we do? Dragoon, we've already done that. 128, 124. Yeah, we can do ninja. Yeah, let's do ninja. Easy XP. Ne'er for a moment did I doubt that thou wouldst triumph over thy foe. Yet the majesty of thine achievement delighted me nonetheless. Night hath returned to Ilmeg, and we stand one close step closer to delivering the thirst from its doom, and averting the 8th umbral calamity. This but a pity thou wert not present to see the faithful put the Ilmorans to flight. 'Twas a sight to raise the spirits, I do assure thee. But what valuable allies they might prove, were the mood only to take them. And there it is. And we can finally fly. Sweet. There we go, we can finally fly here. Beautiful. Okay, let's do Dragoon next. 73, the wheel turns. Though the battle is over, the war is far from won. Let us fix our gaze upon the road ahead. Speaking of wondrous tales. Oh, nothing. Nothing. It's too bad it doesn't include certain trials. Oh well. Oh well. Okay. I think it wish us the word. I knew you could do it. And not only because of your blessing, you have a strength all your own. And he has seen us through many a trial. With the warden defeated, I believe our work here is done. It is time we were going together, needless to say. To the bitter end, the fate of our two worlds being at stake, and all that. Now then, I suggest we hurry back to the Custarium. Much and more may have happened while we were frolicking with the Fae folk. That Ranjit elected to pursue us makes me hopeful the city was spared Ulmor's attentions. But I would sooner see for myself. Besides, I believe I speak for us all when I say that I've had a belly full of Ilmeg. Let us away before the fairies think to play with us again. Okay. Yeah, there's no society quest yet. I think that comes in later. It's been a while since we've been at the Crystarium. I see nothing out of the ordinary. The city appeared unchanged from when I visited. There is the self-same comforting hum of activity in the air. Though we spent most of our time on the road, Minfilia and I actually have apartments here. Perhaps now we may finally make use of them. All seems well, thank goodness.
All seems well at the Crystarium?
Yes. Yulmor was plainly more concerned with finding us. How flattering.
You certainly took your time. I had half resolved to complete the task myself.
Ah, yes, the Ashian himself makes an appearance. Yep.
And you are?
The Ashian.
Were one to study the annals of Garlean history, one would find yonder visage on many a page. Though by rights its youth should long since have faded.
Well, well, we have a historian in our midst. That spares me a lengthy explanation. I am Solus Sos Galvus, founding father of the Garlean Empire, and under various guises, the architect of myriad other imperially inclined nations. As for my true identity...
Yep.
I am Emmett Selk, Ascian.
Yep.
Gaia spoke of you, a native of the Source.
Equal in rank to La Habrea. And you came all this way just to introduce yourself to us?
How convenient.
Behold the sky, restored to its former glory. Have you ever seen a more affecting spectacle?
Thanks.
Oh, it is truly, deeply infuriating. Do you have any idea how much you have delayed the rejoining?
Yep. Thanks the Exarch. He was the one that kind of saw your plans, right? Thank the Exarch.
Following the flood, the First had been listing ever further towards the light, towards stasis. The end was in sight.
Yep, until the Exarch spoiled your plans.
Enter man and his indomitable spirit. He would haul the world back from the brink. And adding his lumpen weight to the power of growth, he duly tipped the scales, if only by a fraction. Yet a fraction was enough to spoil the perfect imbalance needed to bring about a rejoining. Had mankind continued to live in idleness under Vorthri's rule, all the conditions would have been met.
Thank you, Exarch.
But you had to come and ruin it all.
You know, and glad the Exarch had to come and help us.
Thanks to your meddling, light supremacy is in doubt, and our painstakingly laid plans are in tatters.
Again, thank you, Exarch.
Well, I should begin by thanking you for confirming Urianger's theories on the inner workings of the Calamity. He will be most pleased. As for what happens next, might I suggest you admit defeat and walk away?
Gotta love that.
Happy to let me go, are you? Because the murderous glint in your eye suggests otherwise. Indeed, it is enough to make me think better of confronting you alone.
He's kind of like that clone from Star Trek DS9. You may kill him now, but doesn't matter. He's gonna bring another body. You're not gonna kill the actual source.
Look, it did cross my mind to simply side with Vorthri and kill you all. But that's no different from what La Habrea did. And we all know how well that ended for him. And so, while it is liable to be troublesome, I have settled upon a different approach.
Lovely.
Cooperation.
How flattering of you.
I will not raise a hand to hinder your hunt for the Light Wardens. If you desire it, I will even lend you my knowledge and strength.
Since time immemorial, you and yours have labored to rejoin the 13 shards, at the cost of countless lives. Do you expect us to believe that your objective has suddenly changed?
Nay, our objective is the same as it ever was. Though I dare say, you do not know our motive. A war waged without knowledge of the enemy is no war. It is mere bloodletting. Just once, might we not seek to find common ground?
Just like how we did at the beginning of this expansion.
For good or ill, I am immortal. Provided I have the inclination, I can always begin anew, scheme and conspire to my heart's content.
Unless we find his source, but I don't know how that's gonna work out.
But this time I thought that I might instead try to see eye to eye, to understand what drives the hero of the Source, to determine if our goals are truly incompatible.
You know, Hexran, Yeah, I know, Hexern. All this foreshadowing. What's gonna happen in the next expansion and all that stuff. Yep, the plot is thickening even more here. I know. I can only imagine.
So come, shed your preconceptions. See beyond the unscrupulous villains you take us for. When all is said and done, we may find ourselves pleasantly surprised. The proud discoverers of a path of cooperation rather than opposition. Think of it.
Thou hast delivered thy proposal, and we would not dismiss it outright.
Yeah. I only imagine what Endwalker is like, but it's gonna lead the events from these previous expansions. But yeah. But I do not regret picking up this game, Hexerin. The things you do in the game, the stories and the characters, it's entertaining. It's keeping me going, at the very least.
If I may offer thee counsel, however, to make thy case via an illusion reflecteth poorly upon thy sincerity.
My apologies. You will forgive me if I'm not entirely at ease in the presence of a famed Ascian Slayer. I felt it only prudent to take precautions. Nonetheless, your counsel is duly noted. I take my leave, friends. Rest assured, we shall meet again soon.
I mean, let's not forget, Hexerin, this game was saved because of A Realm Reborn. The original release of this game was almost bankrupted the company. Finding common ground with an Ascian. My entire being rebels at the very notion. That an Ascian amidst self standing should willingly reveal himself unto us. And at this of all junctures is most interesting. He appears to be gone, but I won't be lowering my guard just yet. So that was an Ascian. Thancred told me about them. Cooperation? He can't be serious, can he? Well, we've certainly been given much to ponder, but first things first. We should report to the Exarch. You can run along. We're perfectly capable of handling this little task. In light of your recent exertions, I'd say you've earned a rest. Go on, take yourself off to bed. We'll see you later, refreshed and ready for more. By the way, Hexerin, another thing about Heavensward that I just realized. The Firmament thing, that was a thing in this game. Apparently it was a global effort for the whole server to do it. I wasn't here when that was the most active, but I had to do the side quests for those so I can unlock the custom deliveries and other things. So at least I'm all caught up now. So I'm happy. Also, I did the Doman delivery quests, and I did all the society quests as well. They're very slow, especially for A Realm Reborn. But it helps me kill time when it comes to the queues. Here we go. Back to sleeping again. Yeah, we're gonna use the Dragoon. Let's do it. Yep. Sandwich basket. Okay. It was presented as a server-wide effort, yeah. But due to certain events that happened at the time, we discovered the whole system was fake. It would have progressed and succeeded regardless. Yeah, I guess you could say, Hexerin, that it was an experiment. So, yeah, they did that permanent thing. Then they did the Doman Enclave thing, which the only way to progress is to do it yourself. It's not a server-wide thing. But yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't here when that was in its peak, Hex. So I just did those long stretch of side quests so I can get the custom deliveries there. We get another moment with the Warrior of Darkness. I hope the past few days have not been overly taxing. Pray take your rest and recover.
From the Exarch, is it? With that mirror of his, he can watch your every move, you know. You probably think you're talking to yourself. Still, he's keeping you well fed. Judging by his people's faith in him, he seems to be a decent sort. But so much about him remains shrouded in mystery. Like what was he doing back in my day? There was no such person when I was around. A lot's happened since the flood, though. Since I was set adrift. I know little more than you do of this city's history in the Exarch's past.
Yeah, Hexer, that's not surprising. But when it comes to doing the XP for the Firmament thing, was it pretty good at the time when it was still active? Because I wasn't there when it was still ongoing. So you can only look at Wikipedia and look at previous videos. But anyway.
Not that it matters. It's Emmett Selk we should be concerned about. When our world was about to be consumed by light, the Ascian in white appeared before us. He said that the only way for us to live on was to bring about the rejoining. Desperate as we were, we heeded his words, not realizing that the flood was of the Ascian's own making.
Yeah. I think the devs were experimenting what to add into the game back in Heaven's Word, but they certainly have gotten better at it.
They cannot be trusted. None of them. But Emmett Selk had one thing right. One should not fight blindly. That's what we did. And it cost us everything we held dear.
Tell me about Seto.
What? What about Seto? What is there to say? All right. He's done some growing. When we were traveling together, he was nowhere near as big, and he obviously couldn't speak. I had no idea how much that medallion meant to him. What about you, anyway? You must have a friend like Seto. Chocobo, perhaps? Come on, you tell me something for a change.
Let's not be a dick. Oh, wait. We're not gonna have a choice. We tell it anyway. Okay. Storytelling in this expansion has gotten better. By the way, Hexer, I'm trying to find Faceware. I did have help from a fellow viewer here, so I just have to find them. So. Also, when it comes to the schedule, Hexerin, I've been taking it easy, because I just got back on Wednesday, and I did not know what I wanted to do, so I just took it easy. So, yeah. Wait a minute. What is this thing nearby? What is this thing nearby? Yeah, we got another MSQ here, but it's a let me guess. Is this a society quest? I think this is a society quest. Yeah, I think this is a society quest. Manic Pixie Dream Realm. I'll do this later. I'll do this later. But I remember that it's gonna be right there. But yeah, let's just continue on with the MXQ. We finally reached level 74. So let's see how much more of the story is gonna progress. Okay. A party soon divided. Oh, and the Ashen makes an appearance. Oh, wonderful. Good morning to you, sir. I hope you are well rested. The Exarch and your companions are presently gathered in the Ocular. He asked that you convene with them at your earliest convenience. So the Asha makes an appearance. Oh boy. Oh, this is gonna be a very interesting conversation. Okay. Okay. Let's see what we're gonna bring next. Okay, let's bring our Reaper for this one. Yep. All right. Yeah.
Ah, there you are. You're just in time to welcome our guest.
Of course. Okay.
Please. Did I not explicitly tell you that we would be meeting again soon?
Thanks for reminding us.
Lest you forget, I made you a promise. I have no intention of meddling with your mission. I come only to observe. Your Exarch friend in particular has piqued my curiosity. Summoning you all like that. Most impressive.
Yes.
You honestly expect us to believe you've come only to observe? Or that you might deign to lift a finger to aid our cause if called upon? Even if there were a sliver of truth in your words, I would never accept your help. Not in my darkest hour. Not after all the suffering your kind has wrought.
So petty. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. Wage your war against the Sin Eaters, put each and every Light Warden to the sword, prove yourselves heroes, brave and true, and I will be glad to embrace you as allies.
That sounds too good to be true.
Allies worthy of bearing the burden of truth. Surely such a partnership would be preferable to yet another round of fisticuffs. And thus did the olive branch wither and die. Pity.
So the Exarch is not going to say anything yet?
Well, let no man say I did not try, futile as it was. Though I suspect you will seek me out when you grow tired of making the same mistakes.
Emmett Selk sounds like the devil from Baldur's Gate 3.
Difficult decisions lie ahead of you. Decisions best made with the benefit of knowledge to which only the Eternal are privy. For now, I shall resume my shadowy vigil. Whatever you choose to do, make sure it's worth watching, would you?
So the Exarch is not going to say anything to the Ashen at all in this cutscene? No? Okay.
What was that all about?
A vain attempt to make us doubt our chosen course, most like. As if we'd believe a word that passed his lips. Unless you think there is some truth in what he says.
Colonel, perhaps.
If he simply meant to lead us astray, he could have done so without revealing himself. At least, not in the manner he did. It goes without saying that an alliance with the Ascians is out of the question. But since we have no way of knowing where they might be hiding, it seems only logical to press on with our mission, even if our enemy seems content for it to succeed.
Then let us discuss the Sin Eaters.
Sure.
I would begin by thanking you all for your efforts thus far. In striking down the Light Wardens of Lakeland and Ilmeg, you have accomplished more in your short time here than all of our forces managed in the last century.
That may be, but the Wardens of Calusia, Armarang, and Raktika remain.
Indeed, and their precise whereabouts are as yet unknown. Which is why I propose we divide our forces and conduct a systematic survey of each region. Once we have found our quarry, we may then determine how best to proceed.
I'll take Armarang in that case. I know the lie of the land well enough.
If there are no objections, I will make for Calusia. I have connections there both in and around Yulmore that may prove useful.
Then I would ask that you journey to Raktika. There you will find Y'shtola. With her assistance, I doubt the Warden will evade your grasp for long.
Is Y'shtola the conjurer you and Urianger used to talk about?
That's right. Though we haven't spoken much since she left for the forest.
I fear I may be to blame for that. I had every intention of relaying the news of your arrival, but she is disinclined to speak with me. You have visited her, have you not? Might I trouble you to...
'Twould be no trouble.
My thanks. While you are all out in the field, I shall be here attending to business. I had somewhat fancifully contemplated joining the search myself, but other matters demand my attention.
What's that?
A missive from Lord Vorthry. He invites me to join him in Yulmore to discuss the recent conflict at Lida Luran.
And? Did he even bother to offer any bait? It's obviously a trap.
I should be surprised if it were not. Nevertheless, I must seize this opportunity to speak with him, even if only a few words are exchanged. Though my power will be much diminished so far from the tower, it is a risk I am willing to take. Master Alphino, might I impose upon you to accompany me to Yulmore prior to beginning your reconnaissance?
Of course.
Then let us make ready. Safe travels to you all.
The story is progressing nicely. Kinda reminds me of Heaven's Word. It's a huge relief from A Realm Reborn. At last, I can finally meet Y'shtola. Tancred has told me so much about her. Infilo and I are no strangers to Raktika, but this is perhaps the first time we bothered entering through the Bravarial front door. I should be glad to apprise thee of Y'shtola's recent endeavors during our journey to Raktika. There are so many ruins scattered throughout Armarang. I'm honestly not even sure where to start. I confess, a great deal of my time in Calusia was spent befriending the people, but that is not to say I gave no thought to our primary goal. Once I've escorted the Exarch to Yulmore, you can be certain I will do all I can to discern the whereabouts of any warden that may be hiding in Calusia. Before you leave, I would make a request of you. There is a church, or rather, the ruins of a church at Fort Job. Might I ask that you go there before seeking out Y'shtola? It was a place where people once gathered to worship the light. Alas, it has long since fallen into disuse. Yet within that hall there remains a tablet whose writings I believe may prove of use to Y'shtola. At the very least, such a relic would make a suitable gift for your reunion. A most considerate proposal. Very well. Ere we depart to Atika, we shall journey to Fort Job that we might secure this relic. Safe travels. I pray that tablet and its contents prove of interest to Y'shtola. Okay. Yeah, I'll do that side quest later. It's probably a society quest to unlock. I'll take care of that soon enough. Okay, so... yeah, we got the Reaper. I do not doubt this place may weather another assault by the Sin Eaters, but they cannot hope to hold it should the Ilmoran's shoulders return. Even with their limited numbers, the guard can use the terrain to their advantage. Perhaps I can convince the captain to lay a few traps out in the field. Franker and I have come across these ruined churches before. I wish I could have seen them before the flood. The windows were works of art, I'm told. Here amidst these ruins we will find the Church of the First Light, and within that hallowed hall the tablet we seek. Time is of the essence, my friend. Let us be quick. Okay. Okay. At the height of Lakeland's prosperity, these sites served not as man's final bastion, but as testament to his ingenuity and architectural prowess. The Church of the First Light was responsible for many such marvels, building majestic chapels in every corner of the realm. Alas, the flood with its inexorable tides would drown nigh every one, and did all but put an end to the religion as a whole. For the creatures which then did rise from that fulgent deluge were seen as agents of divine punishment, sent to devour sin and sinner both. Whence came the name of Sin Eater. The people were lost, seemingly forsaken by their god. Yet where there is light, there hath ever been shade, and 'twas in the dark they sought solace. The most devout of these worshippers of shadow did then migrate to the Artika Greatwood, but that is a tale for another time. For now, let us find what remaineth of the chapel here. Okay, so Reaper is good. Ninja. Okay, let's do a Black Mage. So we're going to the next area soon. Let's do that. Despite their architectural prowess, I can make neither head nor tail of anything in this place. You would think the remnants of a church would be more conspicuous. To be most unusual, but mayhap the hall was built below ground. Okay. You know, I didn't think there was a basement to this place, but yeah. Is Minfilia up here? There's Minfilia. I've seen no sign of the church, but it must be around here somewhere. Yep. Wow, it's getting dark in here. Wow. Okay. Okay. Aye, this is indeed the church we seek. It's surprisingly intact. What little is left of the churches I've seen until now has always borne the scars of decades of disuse. Its subterranean construction had done much to protect the hall from the ravages of time, Yet the reason for its remarkable preservation may be deduced from its decoration. As faith in the light did wane, so rose reverence for the dark, and its followers did want for places of worship. To be plain, the standards which do adorn these walls belong not to those who built them, but to worshippers of the dark, the knights blessed. Hey Dimitri, grab some popcorn. I don't know how much time you have left, but we're basically doing the main story for this game right now. There are voiceovers, but not in every single one. But you'll enjoy it. Good to see you again, Dimitri. I think I know what the schedule is going to be, but let me think on it. I've been taking it easy for the last 2 days, Dimitri, but it's good to be back. Anyway. Who subsequently migrated to Raktika, yes? Indeed, it was beneath the shaded boughs of the Raktika Greatwood that they finally found sanctuary. Often, many times, the Dilmore make spurious overtures of friendship unto them, but they are no fools. The Exarch know it full well that Ishtola, in her seclusion, doth labor to learn all she may of the blessed and their past. 'Tis why he sent us here, I now see. The tablet of which you spoke no doubt provided a glimpse into the history that she so yearned to comprehend. Well then, we'd better hurry up and find it. Here we go. Okay. Oh, hold on a second. Quick break. Quick break. Okay, I gotta finish here, folks, so I'm gonna save my breath. Okay. Almost done, folks. Just get to this next area and we're done.
No matter how far he goes, man cannot resist looking back on the path he has walked. The untold stories and secrets of the past can be more alluring than the promise of tomorrow. And so he braves the forests of Raktika in search of mystery and wonder. Of Ronka, to which all seekers of hidden truths are inevitably drawn.
We have arrived. Vast though these woods may be, they are, by and large, uninhabitable. Not so the swamps of Cydia, however, whose sparse foliage permitted man a foothold.
Of course.
No lands must remain beyond our grasp. Go forth, conquer, rule! Forgive me. A sudden pang of nostalgia for those halcyon days. Exploring virgin territories, subjugating primitive peoples, all for the glory of Garlemald.
If you've brought your ivory standard, I'll be happy to tell you where to stick it.
Can we not simply take a moment to enjoy the view together? Or would you rather I spied on you from the shadows? Much more of this, and I may very well begin to regret my show of good faith.
If you really want to stay, then help us fight.
No, I think not. I am an observer, nothing more. Even shielded by the shadows of these boughs, I feel the light's presence most keenly. To accompany you is taxing enough. To fight is out of the question.
I will suffer your company if I must, but not your commentary.
Okay. He'd never open his mouth again, it'd be too soon. What is it now? You just want me to regale you with friendly banter. Oh, very well. I'll humor this once. You may consider it my latest act of good faith. Come on then, what do you wish to know? I choose this form here in the first. Oh well, what a curious question. Mortal flesh is but a vessel into which I transport exalted Holy Spirit. Yeah. Possessed, yeah. 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 Wow. Okay. Wow. Wow. You know what this reminds me of? Hassan from PlanetSide 2. Similar looking foliage and colors. Anyway, almost done. Can't wait to sleep. Yep.
I see little sign of recent activity, nor hath any meaningful progress been made with the reconstruction. Mayhap Y'shtola sought shelter elsewhere. Come, let us quit this place.
Now! Surround them!
These senators, they're not like the others.
There's a reason for that. Lower your weapons, please. We mean you no harm.
How is it they can speak?
It's a Sin Eater trick. They mean to kill us all.
Kupo?
That will seem a lot less amusing when we are forced to kill them.
Oh, for the love of... I had hoped that by accompanying you, we might come to understand one another. But all I have come to understand is that you have a knack for inflaming the natives. You've committed the cardinal sin of boring me. And so I retire to the shade. Good luck.
There! Did you see that one disappear?
I think I preferred La Habrea.
Enough. Runar, report.
Master Matoya! We apprehended them as you ordered, but are you certain these are Sin Eaters?
The intense light of the ether I saw was unmistakable. If not Sin Eaters, then what?
'Tis passing queer that Y'shtola should mistake us for the enemy, is it not? Mayhap it hath been too long since last she beheld the radiance of thine ether. Master Matoya, hath time truly made strangers of us?
Nay, I recognize you, Urianger, Thancred. And this is Minfilia of the First, of whom you spoke before.
Just so. And knowing as thou must that we come in peace, might I prevail upon thee to have thy comrades lower their arms?
First explain this other presence in your company, the one I know not. There is but one manner of creature in this world whose ether is suffused with such an abundance of light.
Mine apologies, Master Matoya, but thou art mistaken. Before thee standeth our dearest comrade, the truest hero among us. Though he is but recently arrived here in the First, not one but two Light Wardens have already perished by his most puissant hand.
It cannot be.
It's nice to see you too, Mr. Matoya.
Master Matoya?
Lower your weapons. Forgive us this hostile welcome. Come, I would give you a proper introduction to Raktika and its people.
Here we go. Sweet.
Slitherbow is the largest of the blessed settlements. They worship no gods, instead revering darkness itself. It is a curious kind of faith, but one which has granted them the strength to persevere in the wake of the flood. I hope you weren't expecting a grand feast by way of welcome. They are a simple people. Now, I would hear of your travels away from prying ears. Come. I see. And now you seek the Light Warden of Raktika. In the days after I arrived in the First, I too relied upon the Crystal Exarch for guidance. But his penchant for secrecy and the telling of half-truths soon lost him my trust. And thus did I strike out on my own. My work eventually led me here to the forest, which I have come to know like the back of my hand. I cannot say with certainty where your quarry is hiding, but I am confident I can narrow the search.
Well, go on then.
Some few thousand years ago, this forest stood at the heart of the Empire of Ronka. A great many relics of that civilization can still be found to the east in Ixmaya. Or rather, could be found, were the area not fiercely guarded. Ixmaya, you see, is home to a tribe of warriors whose lineage is said to date back to the time of the Empire. Any attempt to enter their territory is met with lethal force. They offer no warnings, and suffer no trespasser to escape. Needless to say, my every attempt to survey the area has been thwarted.
Mayhap the Warden hideth there, full knowing none may approach it for fear of these protectors.
As for the tablet, I find the timing of its discovery suspiciously convenient. If I did not know better, I would think someone was trying to curry favor with me. Regardless, it will take time to decipher these writings. Yet I would not be at all surprised if they somehow held the key to entering Ixmaya unmolested. The Exarch has a nose for serendipity.
If there is aught I can do to assist thee in unraveling their secrets, thou needst only ask.
Thank you, Urianger. I may well take you up on that offer. While we set to work, might I suggest you take a tour of the city? Should you be in any doubt as to the importance of your role as the Warrior of Darkness, the people here will surely cure you of it.
I must say, Stola, while most of us have struggled to come to terms with our altered circumstances, you seem to have adapted rather well.
Lest you forget, Master Matoya and I dedicated our lives to uncovering the truth which hides at the heart of our world. Though separate, the fate of this reflection is nevertheless bound to that of our home. That I would be daunted by such an invaluable opportunity is absurd. But what of you, Thancred? Could it be that you are still struggling to come to terms with the nature of your young companion?
My struggles are none of your concern. Quite why you would speak thus and in this company, I do not know. Perhaps you left more of yourself back in the source than I assumed. If you'll excuse me.
He understands that I'm not the same. That I'm not her.
Understands, perhaps, but does not accept. The question being whether he ever will. And whether you will, more importantly. As difficult as your circumstances may be, they are yours, not his. 'Tis you and you alone who bears ultimate responsibility for your life. But you need not make any hard choices now. Why not go and get some fresh air, clear your head?
That's it. I'm done. Thank you all so much. I'll see you guys later.